All right, race fans, welcome. We are live on the brand new Team VLR.com Facebook page. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here for a very special edition. We are live for the VLR Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making for Team VLR.com, and tonight we celebrate with the pro late models here at the USA Raceway. Once again, race fans, my name is Tommy Rowe. Up here in the booth, we've got Mr. Trevor Brownlee. Man in the cameras bringing you this quality production here tonight live on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. And we are bringing the VLR Birthday Bash, 15 years in the making for TeamVLR.com. And right now, we got a very special guest up in the booth, if he is up there indeed with us, Mr. Howard Weaver. Howard Weaver was the man behind the plan here at Team VLR. Welcome, Howard Weaver, to the booth.
Hello.
Well, Howard, 15 years in the making for Team VLR. We've had quite the history so far. We're building on that. A lot of big money races this season, and VLR is growing and growing. Did you ever think it would get to this?
No, I didn't. I'm not sure why they put me in the booth, though. But, yeah, I did not think it would grow this big. And then, Facebook tried to tear it down, but it's not going to work.
Facebook did indeed try to kill the Team VLR page. Once again, brand new Facebook page coming at you here this week. Our original one had right around 15,000 followers and likes on the page. And I think we're now starting around once again at 25 and building from there. And like Howard said, they can't keep us down. We're going to keep on trucking. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight. And I'm going to let Howard Weaver get back up there and get at it because he has got a little bit of practicing to do here at the USA Raceway. Just wanted to get his thoughts on Team VLR and how much it's grown. And thank you for your few minutes of time, sir. Nonetheless, we'll kick Howard Weaver out of here and get set to go. We're in practice right now. Going to switch it over to qualifying.
Was moved out of your
as
channel.
I put Howard Weaver down there in the different channel. Just a few minutes left to go here in practice. We are at the USA International Raceway here tonight. For the VLR Birthday Bash, we are in the pro late models. It's in between the super and the limited late model, kind of like your crate late model in real life. Not the fastest late model, but not the slowest one either. Nonetheless, right now, as you notice, a lot of very familiar names out there. Jason Salter, the man on top of the leaderboards right now in that 10 machine. 21.451 here tonight. We are running the open setup. So everybody did have to work and make a nice little setup to get around the USA International Raceway. This very large half mile, 3/4 of a mile, excuse me. USA International Raceway. You'll see lap times around the 21-22 second bracket right now. Once again, quick times in the 21.4s all the way down around the 22.6s, 23.1s right now. Slowest lap on the racetrack, Jonathan Lampman with a 23.117. He's going to have a little work to do. Nonetheless, 60 drivers getting set to compete for you out there live on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. $150 to win, over $600 in cash and prizes on the line, including $150 to win. And we're getting set to go over to qualifying right now as 60 of the best. And the pro late models getting set to qualify. We're going to have 5 heat races here in just a little bit. They're going to be 8 laps in distance. We're going to take the top 4 from each one of these heat races. And then we'll go through a D, C, and B main later on this evening. And we'll take the top 4 from the B main, and we'll run a 50-lap main event. First 25 laps will count under iRacing conditions. The last 25 laps will be manually counted to ensure that we get a green flag finish here tonight. A couple of drivers already out onto the racetrack, making their lap times right now. As we keep up with qualifying, First man I'm running along out there with will be Garrett Nieberger out there in the 19 machine, rolling around the racetrack of that Team VLR iRacing iFlag machine, going get set to make qualifying lap number 1. These drivers have 2 attempts around the USA International 3/4 mile raceway. Bailey Cardwell right now the man on top of the leaderboards with a 22.650. Still a long way to go here in qualifying. As you'll notice, a lot of names out there that you'll see normally on the Team VLR circuit, as well as the World of Outlaw Pro Series, and the many, many other great leagues that are out there as well, that are all broadcasted. Right now, Bailey Carl. And I do believe we're having some technical difficulties. We'll get back going here in just a few moments.
Hey, wake up.
All right, race fans, we are back live here at the TeamVLR.com Birthday Bash. We're in qualifying right now. Still a couple of minutes left to go here in qualifying. Qualifying 4 minutes long. And we got 60 of the best iRacers out there attempting to make a quick lap here around the USA International Raceway. Right now, the man on top of the leaderboard is Alex Bergeron with a 22.450. Kendall Tucker with a 22.482. And what I'm noticing, this track has slowed down tremendously from the practice session. Quick times in practice, 21.4s. We are already a second slower here in qualifying. As we've had 58 drivers make an attempt, we got one more driver set to make an attempt, and that's Blake Majulis out there in the 127 machine. That's the last driver set to make an attempt here in qualifying. As Majulis first lap, 27th position right now, 22.743. And I do believe that's where Majulis will be in position number 27. And I do believe all the drivers have made a quick time right now. And the man on top of the leaderboards is Alex Bergeron with a 22.450. Kendall Tucker right behind him with a 22.482. Garrett Robertson, Cody Howard, and Dylan Hauser round down to your top 5 in qualifying. And we are getting set to go heat race number 1, getting set to grid up onto the racetrack right now. Once again, 12 drivers set to take the grid here in heat race number 1. 8 laps will be the distance. We'll take the top 4 from each one of these heat races, 5 in all. That'll give us 20 drivers. Then we'll run a D, C, and B main, where we'll take the top 4 out of the B main to give us our 24-car starting grid here later on this evening. Here at the 15th VLR Birthday Bash, celebrating 15 years for TeamVLR.com. Started in dirt track racing too, moved over to the iRacing when the dirt came out, and been going strong ever since, putting on some of the largest paying dirt races in iRacing history. And heat race number 1 rolling around the racetrack right now. We'll tell you how they'll line up, starting on the front row on the inside. In car number 12, that'll be the Canadian Alex Bergeron. Who is outside in that 24 iRacing iFlag machine. That'll be Zach Leonardi. Blake Brown, he'll be on the inside of row number 2 in the car number 74 to his outside in the 14. That'll be JD Brown. Row number 3 on the inside in car number 7. That'll be Shane Kelly, and to his outside in the number 9. And the TTL Racing number 9, that'll be Joel Berkeley. Row number 7 on the inside in car number 75. That'll be Benji Killian, and to his outside in the 57 machine. That'll be Dustin Hall. Row number 5 on the inside in car number 91. That'll be Hunter Marvel, to his outside in the 22. That's Jason Nygaard. And your 6th and final row here in heat race number 1 on the inside in car number 5. That'll be Chris Tucker. And to his outside in the 118, that'll be Joshua Hessen. Those will be your 12 drivers here in heat race number 1. And they'll pace out of turn number 4. Pace truck should be pulling in next time out of turn number 4. And we'll turn them loose. 8 laps will be the distance. Top 4 will transfer to the main event. For those watching out there on Facebook, hit the like button, hit the share button. We're getting set to go heat race number 1 here for the TeamVLR.com Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making. It'll be the Canadian Alex Bergeron. Zach Leonardi, your front row, lead him to the green this time out of turn number 4. Race truck pulling that hard. Left-hand turn. Green flag is out, and we are underway here in heat race number 1. It'll be a drag race down into turn number 1. Alex Bergeron on the inside. Leonardi on the outside, side by side. J.D. Brown, he'll pull up to position number 3 down the back straightaway in car number 14. Then it's Blake Brown in the 74. Those are your top 4 drivers right now to hold on to the transfer spot. They're single file 1 through 4, side by side for position number 5. Joel Berkeley on the outside. Little contact right there. Joel Berkeley, Blake Brown for the 4th and final transfer spot. Now make that 3 wide for position number 4. Shane Kelly on the inside looking for a way around both Joel Berkeley and Blake Brown side by side now for position number 4, the 4th and final transfer spot. Alex Bergeron still showing the way out front. It'll be 2 laps down, still 6 laps remaining. Then Zach Leonardi, J.D. Brown, and Blake Brown, your top 4 drivers. Joel Berkeley once again on the inside for the 4th and final transfer spot down the back straightaway. Berkeley on the inside, J.D. Brown on the outside, still side by side. Good race for position number 4. Brown will pull ahead down the front straightaway. As Alex Bergeron still showing the way, half a second now is the gap between him and the 24 of Zach Leonardi. J.D. Brown back in position number 3. These 3 drivers have pretty much stretched their lead over a second over Blake Brown, who still holds on to the 4th and final transfer spot. Ben Kelly, Joel Berkeley going back at it for position number 5. Berkeley able to hold him off at the moment. Halfway home here, coming around to 6 laps to go. 6 laps down, it'll be 2 laps to go this time. It'll be 3 laps to go this time. Alex Bergeron in that 12 machine still showing the way. Zach Leonardi, J.D. Brown, your top 3 drivers. Second and a half back is the 74. Blake Brown still trying to hold on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Single file, top 5 drivers right now. All the way back to 6. Shane Kelly's pulled into the top 5. He's on the outside looking in. Still got 3 more times around the racetrack. Coming around to 2 laps to go this time. Alex Bergeron still the 7/10 of a second lead over Zach Leonardi. Then it's J.D. Brown, Blake Brown. Shane Kelly right behind Blake Brown now. Kelly's caught Brown. Bergeron still showing the way. He'll see the white flag this time out of turn number 4. White flag in the air for the Canadian. Leonardi in second. J.D. Brown third. Blake Brown still holding on to position number 4. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Shane Kelly right there knocking on the door. Shane Kelly's going to have one more shot at him in turn number 3 and 4. And it looks like it's not going to be enough as Alex Bergeron takes home the win. Zach Leonardi second. J.D. Brown third. And Blake Brown to hold on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Dan Kelly, he'll be on the outside looking in, as well as Joel Berkeley and the rest of the crew. As we get set to go, heat race number 2. Get set to grid out onto the racetrack. 12 more drivers get set to go here in heat race number 2. Row number 1 on the inside. In that 00 machine, that'll be Kendall Tucker to his outside. In the 07, that'll be Howard Weaver. Row number 2 on the inside, in car number 44, that'll be Blake Cannon to his outside. In the 10 machine, that'll be Jason Salter. Row number 3, you'll see the 23, the gangster, Jeremy Capron to his outside. In the 127, that'll be Blake Majulis. And then row number 4 on the inside, it'll be the 24 machine, that'll be Daniel Cummins Jr. And to his outside, in the 3 machine, that'll be Lewis Hewitt. Row number 5 on the inside, in the 43, that'll be Chadron Beam. Chadron Beam in car number 43 to his outside. In the 14, that'll be Casey Reiser. And your 6th and final row on the inside. In the 247, that'll be Benjamin Burke. And to his outside, in the 17, that'll be Zachary Metzner in car number 17. So these long pace laps around the USA Raceway. These drivers go around the racetrack 2 times before we turn them loose. 8 laps the distance. And they'll go around one more time before we turn them loose out of turn number 4 to be Kendall Tucker on the inside. Howard Weaver on the outside here in heat race number 2. Blake Cannon, Jason Salter back there the inside, outside row number 2. And this is the gangster, Jeremy Capron. Blake Majulis back there in row number 3. A lot of heavy hitters here in heat race number 2. Still 3 more heat races coming up after this one. They go down the back straightaway for the final time. Pace truck will be pulling in. Once again, hit the like button, hit the share button. Brand new page here at Team VLR. As Facebook got the other one down. Do hope you'll hit the like button, hit the share button. Follow the new Team VLR Facebook page. Keep up with all the events and news coming with TeamVLR.com as the pace truck pulls in hard left-hand turn. Green flag is out and we are underway here in heat race number 2. It'll be Kendall Tucker, lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Howard Weaver in position number 2. Blake Cannon, your top 3 drivers. Once again, side by side for position number 4. Jason Salter on the outside. And here comes Blake Majulis on the inside. Make that 3 wide for third now. Blake Majulis all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Good 3 wide battle for position number 3. Jason Salter, the ham sandwich in the middle right now. He'll pull back ahead through the middle of the racetrack. Blake Cannon on the outside. Cannon will pull back still 3 wide down the back straightaway. 1 lap in the books, coming around a complete 2 now. It'll be 6 laps to go this time for the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Howard Weaver 0.3 of a second back in position number 2. And it's Blake Majulis in position number 3. Blake Cannon back on the inside. Little love tap right there with Salter. Blake Cannon goes around. Blake Cannon running in a transfer spot upside down. Jeremy Capron involved. Daniel Cummins in the 59 all involved. So Jason Salter, he'll hang on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Oh my goodness, a lot of beating and banging. Salter finds himself with a 2-second advantage over position number 5, which now goes to Benjamin Burke. Back up front, it's still Kendall Tucker holding on to the race lead. Howard Weaver giving chase in position number 2. Halfway home here in heat race number 2, it's Kendall Tucker. Howard Weaver. Weaver all over the back bumper of the 00 machine. It'll be 3 laps to go this time out of turn number 4 for the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Weaver back in position number 2. Blake Majulis, Jason Salter, your top 4 drivers. Best battle on the racetrack is for the lead. Looks like Weaver may have went down to the slick stuff. He's going to lose a little bit of ground right there as Kendall Tucker pulls away by about 0.8 of a second. Coming around to 2 laps to go this time. 2 sticks in the air this time for the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Weaver will hold on to position number 2. Then it's Blake Majulis 2 seconds behind them. Jason Salter in position number 4. Top 4 drivers have pretty much pulled away. Benjamin Burke 3 seconds behind the 4th and final transfer spot in position number 5. Kendall Tucker, he'll come around to see the white flag this time. One more time around the racetrack for the 00 of Kendall Tucker here in heat race number 2. Kendall Tucker worked down the back straightaway for the final time. Weaver in position number 2. 1 second is the gap now. Kendall Tucker, he'll go into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. And the checkered flag is out, and Kendall Tucker will take home the win here in heat race number 2 for the VLR Birthday Bash. Howard Weaver second, Blake Majulis in third, and Jason Salter will take home the 4th and final transfer spot in heat race number 2. Pretty good race early on. A little bit of contact right there midway through the race. Took out a couple of pretty good drivers, but nonetheless, heat race number 2 in the books. And we'll get set to go heat race number 3. Getting set to come out onto the racetrack. 12 more drivers set to take the grid here in heat race number 3. And we'll go ahead and tell you how they'll line up. Row number 1 on the inside. Make sure he's in the correct number before I just blurt out a number, as iRacing and the car's numbers do differ just a little bit sometimes. Red number 1 on the inside in car number 97. That'll be Garrett Robinson. Into his outside in the 41. That'll be Shad Prescott. Red number 2 on the inside in the 1 machine. That'll be John Altek. Into his outside in the 41. That'll be Chase Cabre. Red number 3 on the inside in car number 19. That'll be Garrett Nieberger. Into his outside in the 84. That'll be Clay Devin. Red number 4 on the inside in the 78 iRacing iFlag machine. That'll be Chris Orienza. Into his outside in the 106. That'll be Chase Crowder. Red number 5 on the inside. I'll see the 29 of Chris Malone. Into his outside in the 39. That's Ian Blanchard. And your 6th and final row on the inside. In the 18 machine, that'll be Mookie Haney. Into his outside in the 13. That'll be Caleb Ramsey. Those will be your 12 drivers here in heat race number 3. 2 more heat races right after this one, as the pace truck takes him down the front straightaway one more time around the racetrack before we turn him loose here in heat race number 3. Once again, 8 laps will be the distance. Top 4 will transfer to tonight's main event. The rest will have to come from a D, C, and B main later on tonight as part of the TeamVLR.com Birthday Bash. Once again, we are live on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. Hit the like button, hit the share button. You'll give the brand new Facebook page a like as well, as the old one was shut down by Facebook, unfortunately. Nonetheless, we're getting set to go. Pace truck should be making it hard. Left-hand turn into the pit area. And it'll be up to Garrett Robinson on the inside. Shad Prescott on the outside. Lead him to the green right here at turn number 4. Pace truck's in. Green flag is out, and we are underway here in heat race number 3. It'll be Garrett Robinson in the 97 machine. He'll lead him down into turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Side by side for position number 2. It'll be Cabre on the inside, Prescott on the outside. Chase Cabre on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll work up in front of Prescott for position number 2. Prescott trying to hang on to the momentum. He'll dive down to the bottom of the racetrack. Prescott will cross Cabre back over. Big slide job coming. Make it 3 wide now as here comes Clay Devin to make it 3 wide for second. Clay Devin will fall back to position number 4. Prescott on the outside. Pulls back up to second. It'll be Cabre in third. Garrett Robinson still showing the way. Robinson trying to run away. Prescott still back there. 0.3 of a second is the gap between first and second. Robinson slides up the racetrack, and here comes Prescott for the lead now. Prescott had a nose under Robinson. Robinson able to collect it back up, keep the momentum going. He'll pull back to the race lead. They're single file right now, 1 through 4. It's Garrett Robinson, Shad Prescott, Chase Cabre, Clay Devin, your top 4 drivers right now. Chase Crowder, Garrett Nieberger on the outside, looking in at the moment. Prescott trying to close the gap once again on the race leader down the back straightaway. Knocking on the door. Cabre, he'll take it to the outside of the racetrack to try to look for some ground. He'll actually lose a little bit of ground this time as there are 3 laps down, 5 laps remaining here in heat race number 3. Top 3 drivers taking it to the top shelf of the racetrack now. Maybe the bottom's going away just a little bit. Still up against the wall in turn number 3 and 4 on the bottom of the racetrack, though. 0.2 of a second was the distance between first and second now. Garrett Robinson, top shelf of the racetrack. Prescott closing the gap down the back straightaway. High line in 1 and 2, low in 3 and 4. Seems to be aware of the way around the racetrack right now. Prescott right there knocking on the door. 2 more times around the racetrack for Garrett Robinson. Robinson into the wall. Prescott to the lead. Shad Prescott, your new race leader down the back straightaway. They'll come around to see the white flag this time. Cabre up to second now. White flag in the air for Shad Prescott in the 41 machine. Cabre in second. Robinson will dive back down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll hold on to third for the moment. Here comes Clay Devin now. Going down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3 and 4 to be the 41 DR1 RT entry of Shad Prescott taking home the win. A lot of contact into turn number 3 and 4. Garrett Robinson. He will lose the transfer spot. Chase Cabrera second. Chase Crowder will move up to third, and John Altek will take home position number 4. So Clay Devin, Garrett Robinson, a little extracurricular activity, will lose the transfer spot in turn number 3 and 4 on the final lap. And we'll move over to heat race number 4, getting set to come out onto the racetrack once again. 12 drivers set to take the grid. Top 4 transfer directly to the feature event. And we'll go ahead and read out the starting lineup. Row number 1 on the inside. In car number 42. That will be Cody Howard. To his outside in the 33 machine, that'll be Evan C. Row number 2 on the inside in the 070 machine, that'll be Bailey Cardwell. To his outside in the 18, that'll be Austin Simmelman. Row number 3 on the inside in that 999 machine, that'll be Dylan Fox. And to his outside in the 25, that'll be Jarrett Murphy. Row number 4 on the inside in the 21, that'll be Troy Dow. And to his outside in the 37, that'll be TJ Carter. Row number 5 on the inside, the 20 machine, that'll be Brett Rawls. And to his outside in the 61, that'll be Jonathan Lampman. And the 6th and final row on the inside in car number 50, that'll be Jason Games. And to his outside in the 34, actually make that the 1 machine, and that will be Chris Smith in the 1-1 machine. Race truck leads them around the racetrack 2 times. Do believe they're going down the back straightaway for the final time. Excuse me, they're coming around the front straightaway. The next time out of turn number 4, they will go green. Cody Howard on the inside, Evan C. on the outside, Bailey Cardwell, Austin Simmelman back there on the inside, outside of row number 2. 8 laps to distance, top 4 transfer directly to the main event. $150 to the winner later on tonight in the main event. Over $600 in cash and prizes distributed out throughout the field. 60 of the best pro late model drivers here at the USA International Raceway. It's part of the VLR Birthday Bash, 15 years in the making for TeamVLR.com. And we're getting set to go green once again, this time in heat race number 4. 8 laps to distance. Cody Howard, Evan C. lead him to the green right here. Green flag is out. Cody Howard, he'll lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Big hit right there for the 07 of Bailey Cardwell. Cardwell trying to hold on to position number 4. He's got a heavy host of drivers directly behind him, including that 999 of Dylan Fox, who's now on the inside. Dylan Fox, he'll use the bottom of the racetrack. He'll take over position number 4 down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide directly behind Dylan Fox. As Cody Howard in the 42 machine showing the way. Here comes Evan C. on the outside. Top of the racetrack, coming to life here at USA. Evan C. working the outside, trying to make a move for the race lead now. He'll hold it to the outside in turn number 1 and 2. It's still Simmelman, Dylan Fox, your top 4. TJ Carter, he's worked his way up to position number 5. They're side by side behind him. Jarrett Murphy, Troy Dow. Back up front, Evan C. Drag race for the lead now. 3 laps down, 5 laps remaining. Evan C. Cody Howard. Howard on the inside, C. on the outside, up against the wall. Devilman, Fox there now, knocking on the door. Good heat race number 4 coming at you right now. Coming around to halfway home this time. Halfway home, Evan C. credited for lap number 4 this time. Howard on the inside. They're side by side for third, right behind him. Austin Simmelman, Dylan Fox. Evan C. still working through the middle of the racetrack. They'll come around. It'll be 3 laps to go this time. The 33 machine pulls ahead. Semmelman now to the top of the racetrack, trying to get the momentum to pull ahead of Cody Howard as well. Dylan Fox using a little bit different line on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make it a 3-car dance for a second. Fox actually pulls ahead of Semmelman in the corner, but Semmelman gets a good head of momentum down the straightaway. They'll come around this time, as they have 2 laps to go this time. Semmelman on the outside of the racetrack will pull back ahead of Dylan Fox for third. They're single file now. TJ Carter has caught this pack as well. We'll see if he'll have anything. He's on the outside looking in. White flag will be in the air. White flag in the air for Evan C. in the 33 machine. It's been a good heat race number 4. One more heat race coming up. It's Cody Howard in second, Dylan Fox, Austin Semmelman side by side for third and fourth. TJ Carter on the outside looking in. And coming out of turn number 4 to be the 33 of Evan C. taking home the win here in heat race number 4. Cody Howard second, Austin Semmelman third, and Dylan Fox round out the 4th and final transfer spot. TJ Carter, Jarrett Murphy, Troy Dow, Jonathan Lampman, Chris Smith, and Brett Rawls to round out the rest of the field. Once again, great drive by the 33 of Evan C. there in heat race number 4, making his way around Cody Howard. As we're getting set to go 5th and final heat race, getting set to come out onto the racetrack right now. We'll go ahead and tell you how they'll line up for heat race number 5. Row number 1 on the inside in car number 2. That'll be Dylan Hauser. And to his outside, the outside of Dylan Hauser will be the Dirty Grass sole driver himself. That'll be Kevin Dedman out there in car number 22. Row number 2 on the inside in car number 80. That'll be Dylan Wilson out there in the D1 RT Racing machine. And to his outside, in the 03 machine, that'll be Dylan Thomas. Row number 3 on the inside. In car number 49, that'll be James Edens. And to his outside, in the 12M, that'll be Marcus Mays. Row number 4 on the inside. In car number 6, that'll be Josh Phillips. And to his outside, in the 024 machine, that'll be Ryan Martin. Ryan Diatti, he'll be back there on the inside of row number 5. And to his outside in the 68 machine, that'll be Darren Littrell. And car number 68. And shotgun on the field here in the 5th and final heat race, all back there by himself in car number 77. That will be Robert Fletcher. There's your 11 drivers here in heat race number 5, the 5th and final heat race for the VLR Birthday Bash. D-Main coming up right after this. Once again, top 4 drivers transferred directly from the heat races. The rest will have to come from the D, C, or B mains later on this evening. I thank each and every one of you for tuning in live on the Facebook Team VLR.com YouTube page, wherever you're watching from out there. Hit the like button, hit the share button. It's set to go green here in heat race number 5. Pace truck should be making that hard left-hand turn into the pit area this time. It'll be up to Dylan Hauser on the inside. Kevin Dedman on the outside. Lead him to the green right here. There, Dylan's back there in the inside, outside, row number 2. Wilson on the inside. Thomas on the outside. Green flag is out. Actually, it'll be a couple of Dylans. Dylan's first, third, and fourth right now as Dylan Hauser will lead him down the back straightaway as your race leader. Kevin Dedman second, Dylan Wilson third, Dylan Thomas, your top 4 drivers right now. Oh, big contact right there. James Edens making some contact with, I do believe that's Josh Phillips in car number 6. Nonetheless, we stay green. Ryan Diatti, he finds himself up into the 4th and final transfer spot right now after starting 9th here on the opening laps. Ryan Diatti in that 57 machine holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Marcus Mays on the outside looking in, as well as Robert Fletcher, who started shotgun on the field up to 6th. Nonetheless, back up front, Dylan Hauser showing the wing. Then it's Dylan Wilson, Kevin Dedman side by side. Good race for position number 2. It'll be Wilson on the inside, Dedman on the outside. Drag race for second, coming around to be 3 laps down, 5 laps remaining here in heat race number 5. Dirty Grass Soul on the outside. That orange and blue 22 machine. D1RT Racing driver on the inside. And the number 80. Dylan Hauser pulling away. Half a second is the lead now as these two drivers continue to battle for second. Good couple of grooves open on the racetrack right now. We've seen drivers using the bottom of the racetrack and the top of the racetrack. Able to run side by side, not really pull away by too much. Only time we've seen drivers pull away is what we're seeing Dylan Hauser do right now as these two drivers battle it out for second. As that's allowing Diatti to close the gap as well. In car number 57, all these drivers are sitting in the transfer spot at the moment. As we're halfway home here in heat race number 5. Actually 5 laps down this time. They'll come around to 2 laps to go next time out of turn number 4. 2 sticks in the air this time for Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine. Dylan Wilson second. Kevin Dedman will fall back to third. And Ryan Diatti, your top 4 drivers now. Diatti now looking on the inside of Kevin Dedman for position number 3. As Dylan Hauser, he'll go into turn number 3 and 4. He'll see the white flag this time out of turn number 4. White flag for Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine. Wilson right behind him in second. He's closed the gap to half a second now. Down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 5. It's Hauser, Wilson, Dedman, Diatti. And coming out of turn number 4 in the 2 machine, it'll be Dylan Hauser taking home the win here in heat race number 5. Dylan Wilson second, Kevin Dedman third, and Ryan Diatti, he'll take home the 4th and final transfer spot. Marcus Mays, Robert Fletcher, Dylan Thomas, Darren Littrell, Ryan Martin, that'll round out the rest of the field here in heat race number 5. All right, D-Main already getting set to roll out onto the racetrack. 15 drivers getting set to go 12 laps here at the USA Raceway. Top 4 will transfer over to the C-Main. And they'll have to come from the D, C, and B main. See if any of these drivers can't run the alphabet soup. We got some heavy hitters here in the D main. We go ahead and read out the starting lineup for the D main. Starting on the front row on the inside in car number 29. That'll be Chris Malone to his outside in the 1-1 machine. That'll be Chris J. Smith. Row number 2 on the inside in the 024. That'll be Ryan Martin to his inside in the 5. That'll be Chris Tucker. Daniel Cummings Jr. He'll be on the inside of row number 3 to his outside in the 84. That'll be Clay Devin. Row number 4 on the inside in car number 20. That'll be Brett Rawls to his outside in the 6. That'll be Josh Phillips. Row number 5 on the inside, the 91. That'll be Hunter Marvel to his outside, the 23. That'll be the gangster, Jeremy Capron. Chris Orienza, he'll be on the inside of row number 6 to his outside in the 49. That's scheduled to be James Edens. Row number 7 on the inside. In the 574 machine, that'll be Dustin Hall to his outside in the 44. That'll be Blake Cannon. And starting shotgun on the field, all back there by himself here in the D main in car number 13. That'll be Caleb Ramsey. Caleb Ramsey in car number 13. As Clay Devin in the 84 machine, he was given an EOL penalty here in the D main for his racing incidents in his heat race. Nonetheless, 15 drivers. Looks like 2 drivers not making the call. Hunter Marvel, James Eden. So we'll have 13 drivers getting set to compete 12 laps for 4 spots into the C main. It'll be Chris Malone on the inside, Chris J. Smith on the outside, Ryan Martin, Chris Tucker, the inside-outside row number 2. So we got the Dylan situation all over again, except we got a bunch of Chris's with a Ryan stuck in between the first 2 rows. Ryan Martin stuck in between a Chris sandwich right now. LS Pace Truck should be getting ready to pull in. 12 laps will be the distance. Chris Malone, Chris Smith. Green flag is out and we are underway here in the D main. Chris Malone, he has a good jump. He'll take him into turn number 1 and 2 as the race leader. Down the back straightaway, 12 laps will be the distance. It's Chris Smith up to position number 2. Then it's Ryan Martin. Daniel Cummings right now, your top 4 drivers. Daniel Cummins on the inside, Ryan Martin on the outside. Top 4 drivers transfer over to the C main. A lot of beating and banging. Josh Phillips now on the inside looking for the 4th and final transfer spot. He takes it over looking for more. Phillips working the bottom of the racetrack. He'll try to make it 3 wide for second in car number 6. Blake Cannon, he's up to position number 5, trying to transfer his way through the D main. As Cannon on the outside looking in position number 5. On the inside now of Cummins Jr. Going to try to slide 2 cars at once. Blake Cannon now up to 3rd, maybe looking for more. Cummins Jr. tries to cross him back over down into turn number 1 and 2. They're still side by side for position number 3. Cannon on the outside. Chris Malone, he's trying to run away with it. Josh Phillips in position number 2. Blake Cannon's moved up to 3rd. And now Daniel Cummings trying to hold off the charge of Clay Devon for the 4th and final transfer spot here in the D main. Devon in position number 5. Ryan Martins fell back to 6th. Then you got the gangster Jeremy Capron back there in position number 7. Still a long way to go here in the D main. 4 laps down, 8 laps remaining here in the D main. Josh Phillips trying to close the gap. 0.6 of a second is the distance between him and the race leader of Chris Malone. Now half a second. Josh Phillips closing the gap on the race leader, as well as here comes Blake Cannon on the outside as well. 0.3 of a second is between first and second now. And now we have a battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. It'll be Devon on the inside. Cummins Jr. on the outside, side by side for 4th. And it's still drag race at the line. Gives that lap to Cummins Jr. Blake Cannon, he'll take it to the top of the racetrack, looking for a way around Josh Phillips in car number 6. We'll see how aggressive Blake Cannon will get with the transfer spot already in hand here in the D main. 0.2 of a second is the gap between first and second. Josh Phillips has ran down the race leader, now looking on the inside for the lead. Clay Devon, he has pulled up to position number 4. Jeremy Capron now up to 5th. Daniel Cummings Jr. once comfortably into the main event position. He finds himself back to 6th as we have a 3-car dance for the race lead now. Here comes Josh Phillips on the inside. Phillips, he'll dive it down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for the lead over Chris Malone. Malone on the outside. Blake Cannon there as well now. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. They'll come around. They'll see 3 laps to go this time. There'll be 3 laps to go out of turn number 4. Side by side for the lead. Clay Devon still holding on to 4. Jeremy Capron trying to run him down in position number 5. Good battle for the lead. Down the back straightaway, they'll come around. They'll see 2 sticks in the air this time. It'll be 2 more times around the racetrack. Josh Phillips up to the lead now. Chris Malone going to try to cross him back over down the front straightaway. 2 more times around the racetrack here in the D main. Good D main race. A little bit of contact right there from Malone and Phillips. Blake Cannon with a good head of steam coming down the back straightaway. He's up to 2nd now. White flag will be in the air this time. Josh Phillips, your race leader, will see it. Blake Cannon, Chris Malone side by side for 2nd. Cannon up to 2nd. He's going to try to go for the win here in the D main. Good 3-car dance down the back straightaway. 3 wide now. Cannon on the outside. Phillips there. As side, it's Blake Cannon to the front in turn number 3 on the final lap. Phillips back down the inside. Side with Malone. Malone holds on to it. It'll be Blake Cannon with the exciting D main win right there. Josh Phillips second, Chris Malone in third, and Clay Devin will take home the fourth and final transfer spot here in the D main. All right, D main in the books. And if that was any indication, C main should be exciting. 15 drivers getting set to go for 4 spots in the B main. And we'll see if any of those D main drivers can come through the field once again, as we'll tell you how they'll line up, starting on the front row on the inside. Car number 17, that'll be Zachary Metzner. Just outside the 39, that's Ian Blanchard. Row number 2 on the inside, car number 21, that'll be Troy Dow. To his outside in the 03, that'll be Dylan Thomas. Joshua Hessen, he'll be on the inside of row number 3 in the 118 machine, into his outside. In the 14, that'll be Casey Reiser. Row number 4 will see the 18 of Mookie Haney to his outside. In the 61, that'll be Jonathan Letman. Darren Littrell, he'll be on the inside of row number 5. To his outside, the 75 is Benji Killian. And on the inside of row number 6 will be the 43 of Chadron Beam. And to his outside, the D main winner. And car number 44, that'll be Blake Cannon. Row number 7 on the inside will be the 6 machine of Josh Phillips. To his outside, in the 29, that'll be Chris Malone. And starting shotgun on the field, all back there by himself. And car number 84, that'll be Clay Devin. 15 drivers, 4 spots, 14 laps will be the distance. We'll tack on 2 more laps from the D main, and we'll get set to go. Chris Malone, all kind of problems over there on the back straightaway. Not under power. We'll see if he can catch the field. Your D main transfer off the racetrack into the pit area. And his night is over in car number 29 already before we take the green here in the C main. So tough break for the 29 of Chris Malone, transferred through the D main. Not going to get to make the start in the C main, as the base truck should be pulling in this time out of turn number 4 to be the 17 of Zachary Metzner on the inside. Ian Blanchard, the 39 on the outside, set to lead him to the green right here. Troy Dow, Dylan Thomas back there on the inside, outside row number 2. 14 laps to distance, top 4 transfer to the B main. As we go for the VLR Birthday Bash, C main underway, 14 laps to distance. Green flag is out. It'll be the 17 of Zachary Metzner, lead him down into turn number 1. They'll make it 3, 4 wide back there for position number 3. Almost 5 wide back there. As the 39 of Ian Blanchard, he'll work the outside of the racetrack. He'll try to power to the race lead. Still 3 wide for the 4th and final transfer spot back there. Holy cow, Troy Dow up to position number 4 as he's got the 56 of Casey Reisner back there as well. We got 1 upside down already. Still 3 wide for the 4th and final transfer spot. Reisner up to 4. Troy Dow back to position number 5. Maybe even more now. Mookie Haney working the bottom of the racetrack. He'll pull up to position number 3. Zachary Metzner, your pole sitter, he's back to the 4th. Trying to hang on for a transfer spot, but he's got a heavy dose of cars right behind him, including the 44 of Blake Cannon, who's right there as well, already up to 7th. Ian Blanchard, the 39, up is your race leader, trying to run away with it. He's got the 03 of Dylan Thomas right there on the back bumper. And it's Mookie Haney, your top 3 drivers. Good battle still for position number 4. That's where we're at on the racetrack right now. Almost 4 wide for the 4th and final transfer spot. Blake Cannon up to 5th. He's going to try to slide up in front of the 56 of Casey Reisner. Blake Cannon up to the 4th and final transfer spot in the 44 machine. It'll be 3 laps down, 9 laps remaining. Reisner back on the inside, crossing back over, but it'll be Blake Cannon on the outside with all that momentum taking over the 4th and final transfer spot. And don't look now, but here comes the 6 machine of Josh Phillips up to 5th. Blake Cannon, Josh Phillips finished 1st and 2nd in the D main, already up to 4th and 5th here in the C main. as they try to go 3 wide, make that almost 4 wide now for the race lead. Mookie Haney and the 18 machines pulled alongside the 39 of Ian Blanchard. Here comes Blake Cannon through the middle of the racetrack. He'll try to slide all of them at once, but Blake Cannon now up to second, side by side with Ian Blanchard. Blake Cannon with a rocket ship here in the C main. Still almost 4 wide. Josh Phillips on the outside looking in. Cannon falls back to 4 side by side. 3 wide, still 4 second. Cannon through the middle up to the top of the racetrack. Racetrack is beautiful right now. Oh, big contact with Ian Blanchard. Blake Cannon, and Blanchard is around. Cannon will fall back to 6th. Trying to work his way back through the field. As now Clay Devin finds himself in the position number 5. Darren Littrell, the man on the bubble, in car number 68. Mookie Haney still showing the way here in the C main. Dylan Thomas, Josh Phillips, your top 3 drivers. Then it's Darren Littrell, Clay Devin, Blake Cannon now, your top 6. Devin on the inside of Littrell. Here comes Blake Cannon once again as well. Cannon in the 44 machine. Cannon will take it to the top shelf of the racetrack. Littrell still holding on to position number 4. As we still have 5 more laps around the big USA International Raceway, 3/4 of a mile. Back up front, battle was on once again for the race lead. Dylan Thomas on the inside. He'll slide up to the lead, coming down the front straightaway. It'll be 4 laps to go this time as the 0-3 of Dylan Thomas, your new leader. Josh Phillips right there as well, challenging Mookie Haney in the 18 machine, who takes it to the top of the racetrack. Good 3-car battle for the lead up front once again. Phillips will dive it down to the bottom. He'll try to slide up in front of the 18 of Mookie Haney. Littrell still holding on to position number 4. And it's Troy Dow back to position number 5, trying to work his way back through the field. Clay Devin. Blake Cannon will fall back to position 6 and 7. Troy Dow in car number 21, trying to run down Darren Littrell, who holds on to the 4th and final transfer spot. It'll be 2 more times around the racetrack for the 0-3 of Dylan Thomas. Mookie Haney in 2nd, Josh Phillips in 3rd, still side by side for 2nd and 3rd. Good race down the back straightaway. White flag will be in the air this time for the 0-3 of Dylan Thomas. Littrell holding on to 4th, and it's Blake Cannon, Troy Dow back there, 5th and 6th. Cannon now up to 5th. He's going to have 1 more lap to try to make it happen. Down the back straightaway for the final time. It's Dylan Thomas, Josh Phillips, Mookie Haney, Darren Littrell. We'll see if Blake Cannon will throw it in there hard. Here comes Cannon on the inside. Side by side at the line, little bit of contact. Give the 4th and final transfer to Blake Cannon. Holy cow, what a drive by the 44 of Blake Cannon. A lot of contact early on through the race. Falls back to 7th or 8th, and then drives back up to the 4th and final transfer spot. Takes it on the very last corner. Blake Cannon and Josh Phillips putting on a show as both come from the D main thus far, and has advanced their way through the D and C main. And now they're both trying to advance through the B main. Getting set to come up here, 15 drivers. Top 4 drivers will transfer over to the A main event later on this evening. 50-lap A main event for the VLR Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making. And we'll go ahead and tell you how they'll line up for tonight's B main. Row number 1 on the inside and car number 7. That'll be Shane Kelly, into his outside in the 3 machine. That'll be Lewis Hewitt. Row number 2 on the inside in car number 19. That'll be Garrett Nieberger, to his outside in the 37. That'll be TJ Carter. Marcus Mays, he'll be on the inside of row number 3 in car number 12M, and to his outside in the 9. That'll be Joel Berkeley. Row number 4 will see the 247 of Benjamin Burke on the inside, to his outside in the 97. That'll be Garrett Robinson. Row number 5 on the inside, car number 25. That'll be Jarrett Murphy. Who's outside in the 77? That'll be Robert Fletcher. Jason Nygaard, he'll be in the inside of row number 6 in car number 22. To his outside in the 03. That'll be Dylan Thomas. Row number 7 will see the 6 machine of Josh Phillips on the inside. The 18 of Mookie Haney on the outside. And shotgun on the field, all back there by himself in car number 44. That'll be Blake Cannon in position number 15. 15 drivers, 16 laps to distance, top 4 transfer to the 50-lap main event as part of the VLR Birthday Bash. $150 to the winner later this evening. Over $600 in cash and prizes being given out in the main event. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here live on the VLR Facebook page. Or wherever you may be watching from, hit the like button, hit the share button. Also go to the brand new VLR Facebook page, as Facebook has shut down the original VLR Facebook page, but nonetheless, we are still going strong. 15 years strong, and as a matter of fact, this is the reason why for the VLR Birthday Bash. Inside to go green here in the B main. It'll be the 7 of Shane Kelly on the inside, the 3 of Lewis Hewitt on the outside. Pace truck making that hard left-hand turn, and we are underway here at tonight's B main. It'll be Shane Kelly lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Lewis Hewitt on the bottom of the racetrack. They're 3 wide once again for position number 3. They've been like that in every prelim thus far. Marcus Mays, he'll move up to position number 3. And they're still 3 wide for a 4th. We're going to call it Garrett Nieberger right now on the inside. Car number 19 holding on to it with the 37 of TJ Carter on the outside. Shane Kelly showing the way in car number 7. Lewis Hewitt still in second. And Marcus Mays. TJ Carter now your top 4 drivers. Josh Phillips in car number 6 already up to position number 8. He's come from the D main already, trying to work his way to tonight's A main event the hard way. Josh Phillips in car number 6 up to 7th. He's got 3 more spots to try to make it happen. Working some magic here in the Pro Late Models at the USA Raceway. Nonetheless, back up front is still Shane Kelly showing the way. Lewis Hewitt, Marcus Mays, your top 3 drivers. TJ Carter, single file 1 through 4. It's Joel Berkeley, Garrett Nieberger side by side for a 5th, and here comes Josh Phillips now. Phillips looking for a way around both of these drivers to move into the top 5 to have his sights set on one of those 4 transfer spots. Phillips, he'll dive down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make it 3 wide from position number 5. Not enough momentum. Top 3 drivers, single file, then it's TJ Carter, Garrett Nieberger, Joel Berkeley, Josh Phillips. All right there together as well. Berkeley's caught the back bumper of TJ Carter for the 4th and final transfer spot. He'll dive it down to the bottom of the racetrack, coming out of turn number 4. Side by side with TJ Carter. 5 laps down, still 11 laps to go. They're 3 wide now for position number 5. Phillips on the bottom. Nieberger there. Joel Berkeley, TJ Carter, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's a good one. Shane Kelly still showing the way. Lewis Hewitt, Marcus Mays. Looks like those 3 drivers may be content to run single file and try to get into tonight's show. Meanwhile, back there for the 4th and final transfer spot, they're beating and banging, beating up all over each other. Joel Berkeley, TJ Carter, Berkeley up to 4th now. Carter falls back to position number 5, then it's Garrett Nieberger, Josh Phillips, Dylan Thomas, Blake Cannon. Carter back on the inside for position number 4 as Joel Berkeley gets the full head of steam down the back straightaway. They'll come around halfway home this time. Shane Kelly in the 7 machine. Lewis Hewitt 0.2 of a second right all over the back bumper of your race leader. Marcus Mays half a second from the top 2 in 3rd. And it's Joel Berkeley, TJ Carter still going at it for position number 4, the 4th and final transfer spot. This is where we'll stick to at the moment. Josh Phillips has moved up to 6th, looking for a way around both of these drivers. Josh Phillips has driven an amazing race thus far. He's trying to find a way around both of these drivers for the 4th and final transfer spot. It's Joe Berkeley on the outside. Carter on the inside. Side by side coming around. It'll be 10 laps in the book. 6 laps remaining this time. Joe Berkeley given credit for position number 4. Here comes Phillips. 3 wide for 4th now. Phillips, not enough momentum this time, and Berkeley will actually pull away from TJ Carter now. Berkeley in 4th is the 4th and final transfer spot. Going to try to run away from TJ Carter and Josh Phillips. Top 3 drivers, single file, nose to tail right there together. And now here comes TJ Carter. He's caught Joel Berkeley once again. Dane Kelly, he'll come around. It'll be 4 more times around the racetrack here in the B main. Lewis Hewitt, Marcus Mays, those 3 drivers comfortably in right now if no mistakes. Joe Berkeley, TJ Carter. Your drivers going at it for the 4th and final transfer spot. Berkeley has it in the 9 machine. TJ Carter on the outside looking in. Josh Phillips, he's fell back to position number 7 as Dylan Thomas has went around him on the outside. And here comes Blake Cannon in the 44. Can Cannon sneak into the picture at the very last minute and take it away? Cannon sits 8th right now. He's on the top of the racetrack. We know what kind of moves he can make, though. Dane Kelly 2 more times around the racetrack. And car number 7 holding on to the race lead. Hewitt in 2nd. Marcus Mays in 3rd. Joe Berkeley for TJ Carter right there, position number 5. White flag will be in the air this time. 1 more time around the racetrack here in the B main. Dane Kelly holding on to the race lead into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. Marcus Mays in 3rd. Battle is on, though, for the 4th and final transfer spot. Here comes TJ Carter on the inside. Berkeley on the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway. They'll go into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Berkeley dives it down to the bottom, and it looks like he may be able to hold him off. It will be Joel Berkeley holding on to the 4th and final transfer spot. Marcus Mays in 3rd, Lewis Hewitt 2nd, and taking home the win here in tonight's B main in car number 7. That'll be Shane Kelly. Great drive, great battle by all those drivers. Good battle for the 4th and final transfer spot throughout in that B main, but nonetheless we have made it to our 24 best on the evening. We're going to have a quick warm-up hot lap session for these drivers, get their setups dialed in just right, and we're going to get set to go 50 laps of feature racing as part of the VLR Birthday Bash. For race fans, we're going to step away from the action for just a moment. We're going to bring up a special guest, and we're going to talk to them about some product and their affiliation here with iRacing.
It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again for the VLR Birthday Bash. My name is Tommy Rowe up here in the booth, and we are just a minute or two away from the 50-lap main event. But before we get started with that, I got a very special guest up here in the booth, Mr. Jeff Brown of iRacing iFlag. iRacing iFlag is a very big supporter of the TM VLR and all of our iRacing series throughout the virtual sim world. Want to welcome Mr. Jeff Brown here. And Jeff, I do believe you have a brand new product coming out. We probably have a quick word about right quick.
Yeah, tonight we just released that we're going to be releasing the iRacing iFlag 2.0. So we've upgraded the boxes, the stands, and the boards. Hopefully it'll make for another great mod for iRacing and the drivers and help them out. So that's what we're gunning for.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome, Jeff. I know you guys are big supporters of the iRacing community. What got you into iRacing in general?
Well, to be honest with you, my nephew was telling me about it and kind of got into it and just kind of went from there. I started making product and talking with a lot of the drivers from the leagues and the teams, and got to know quite a few people, and under our belts we got some great drivers that we sponsor from VLR and HRE Motorsports, and it's just pretty big now. We've got about 10 cars that's running the Pro Series, and so we're quite happy with all of our drivers.
Well, Jeff, we definitely thank you for all of your support on the iRacing circuit, and definitely being a part of Team VLR like you have been throughout so far from the beginning, I do believe. And we want to thank you and continue your support with us, and we'll let you get back down and we get set to call this 50-lap main event. Jeff, we thank you for your time, bud.
Okay, thanks guys, and good job on the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are already gridded up and we're pacing around the racetrack. 24, the best iRacing drivers getting set to go at it here in the Pro Late Models at the USA Raceway. It'll be Alex Bourgeois and Kendall Tucker on the inside, outside of row number 1. Chad Prescott, Evan C. back there in row number 2. Dylan Hauser, Zach Leonardi, row number 3. Howard Weaver, Chase Correa, row number 4. Cody Howard, Dylan Wilson back there in the inside, outside row number 5. Eddie Brown, he'll be in the outside of row number 6 alongside Blake Majulis. Row number 7 will see the 106 of Chase Crowder with the 18 of Austin Simmelman. And row number 8 is the 22 of Kevin Dedman to his outside Blake Brown. Row number 9 will see Jason Salter to his outside John Altek. Dylan Fox, he'll be on the inside of row number 10 alongside Ryan Deanny. Ben Kelly, Lewis Hewitt, Marcus Mays, Joel Berkeley around out the rest of the field as the pace truck getting ready to pull that hard left-hand turn into the pit area. We're getting set to go 50 laps of feature racing as part of the VLR Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making. Hit the like button, hit the share button. It'll be Alex Bergeron, the Canadian, Kendall Tucker in the 00 on the inside, outside row number 1. Pace truck pulling in. And we are green with the VLR Birthday Bash. It'll be Alex Bergeron. Lead him down into turn number 1. Kendall Tucker right all over the back bumper in position number 2. Dad Prescott in 3rd. Evan C. Tillenhauser right now your top 5. The work alongside the top of the racetrack. A little bit of connection issues right there on my end. And a lot of beating and banging. They're 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Tillenhauser on the outside. It'll be still more beating and banging. And lots and lots of issues going on throughout the field. Alex Bergeron beating and banging as well. Not sure what happened there on the start. Not sure where the caution was at the moment. A little bit of connection issues on my end. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, Dylan Hauser shown as your race leader right now. Howard Weaver in 2nd, Zach Leonardi 3rd, Evan C., Alex Bergeron, your top 5 drivers right now. Tough break for Alex Bergeron. Started on the poles, already lost 4 spots. As they're shuffled up throughout the field right now. As the first 25 laps will count under iRacing conditions, the last 25 will be manually scored to ensure a green flag finish. Here at the VLR Birthday Bash, we're getting set to re-rack them, restack them right now. Nonetheless, we're getting set to go back green out. It'll be Dylan Hauser on the inside, Howard Weaver on the outside, set to lead him back to the green, this time out of turn number 4. We're racked and stacked. Gonna try it once again. Evan C., Zach Leonardi back there in row number 2, Alex Bergeron, Chad Prescott in row number 3. Pace truck pulls back in. And we are back underway with the VLR Birthday Bash. It'll be Dylan Hauser leading them down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway once again. There are 3, almost 4 wide for the race lead. Weaver in 2nd. Leonardi now in position number 3. And here comes C on the outside. Evan C. in the 33 machine. He'll power up to position number 3 alongside the 24 of Zach Leonardi. Alex Bergeron holding on to the top 5. That's Kendall Tucker, Chad Prescott, Dylan Wilson. Chase Cabrera, Blake Majulis, your top 10. Dylan Hauser showing the way in car number 2. Howard Weaver, 2.5 tenths of a second behind him. Less than a car length. Weaver closes in down the turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Good three-car battle right behind those two drivers. Zach Leonardi in third, Evan C. in fourth on the outside. Here comes Bergeron once again on the inside. Bergeron with nowhere to go, tried to work the bottom of the racetrack, loses a little bit of ground. Kendall Tucker back there in position number 6. It's still Dylan Hauser. He stretched his lead to 4/10 of a second. Then it's Howard Weaver still in position number 2. Evan C., Zach Leonardi, and the caution flag is out. Caution on the speedway. Not sure who the caution flag was thrown on this time. We'll take a look and see who it may have been on. Looks slow. A lot of contact. Joel Berkeley in the 9 machine. And that may have been Chase Crowder. And that bright pink 106 machine. Joe Berkeley in the 9. Chase Crowder in the 106. A lot of contact on the racetrack. Not sure if Berkeley went down or Crowder came up, nonetheless. Nonetheless, we're under caution, second time here in the main event. First 25 laps do count under iRacing conditions. We are 10 laps in of this 50-lap main event. It's Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine show the way. Howard Weaver in second, Evan C. third. Zach Leonardi, Alex Bergeron, your top 5. Kendall Tucker, Dylan Wilson, Chad Prescott, Austin Simmelman, Blake Brown, your top 10 drivers at the moment. Then it's Blake Majolis, Chase Cabre, J.D. Brown, Lewis Hewitt, Ryan Diatti, your top 15 drivers at the moment. Chase Crowder, given the EOL penalty on the most recent caution. EOL does mean end of the line here on the iRacing circuit. Race control has determined that Crowder was the cause of the caution, so he will be put tail end of the field as we re-rack him, restack him, get set to go back. Green should be 13 laps down, 12 laps down, 38 laps to go. When we go back to green, I do believe this time out of turn number 4. It'll be Dylan Hauser on the inside, Howard Weaver on the outside, and that 07 iRacing iFlag machine representing Jeff Brown pretty well here in position number 2 early on. A lot of iRacing iFlag being represented throughout the field here in this main event as part of the VLR Birthday Bash. Pace truck pulling back in. Turns on the headlights as well as it's getting dark here at USA. We are back underway. Dylan Hauser lead him once again down into turn number 1 and 2. Then it's Howard Weaver in second. Here comes Bergeron making it 3-4 wide for position number 4. Bergeron thinks twice of it, lets out the gas. And now here comes Kendall Tucker on the outside. Tucker on the outside. Leonardi in the middle. Bergeron trying to take it to the bottom of the racetrack. Bergeron backs off of it a little bit. It'll make it side by side with Tucker. Leonardi will take it top shelf now, almost 4 wide for position number 3. Dylan Wilson's thrown his name into the hat, as well as the 80 machine, the 33 of Evan C. back there as well, making a lot of contact with Bergeron. Dylan Wilson now up into the top 5. Looking for more over the 24 of Leonardi. Kendall Tucker back to 3rd. As Hauser still leads, it's still Hauser. Howard Weaver right there together, 1 and 2. Coming around, it'll be 15 laps down. 35 laps to go here at the 3/4 mile USA Raceway. Hauser still showing the way. His lead is over a half a second now over Weaver. That's Kendall Tucker 1 second behind in position number 3. Dylan Wilson in the 80 machine on the charge right now. He's up to 4th. Leonardi 5th. Evan C. Austin Sullivan. Alex Bergeron back to 8th. As Chad Prescott, Blake Majolis your top 10 now. Dylan Hauser still showing the way. Kendall Tucker, he's actually closed the gap a little bit on Howard Weaver this time. Half a second is the distance, but Howard Weaver, he's closed the gap on the race leader, Dylan Hauser, knocking on the door. Weaver now once again all over the back bumper of Hauser for the race lead. We'll see if Weaver will use the bumper to try to get it. Weaver tried to win here at the Birthday Bash. He was the man behind the plan, VLR 15 years ago. Trying to get a win here at the VLR Birthday Bash. It's been a while since the Spider Weavers went to victory lane. Looking for a win right here. Weaver all over the back bumper of Hauser. And here comes Kendall Tucker on the outside. 3-car dance for the race lead. Make that 4. Dylan Wilson right there as well. Evan C. in the 33 machine. He's moved into the top 5. He's going to challenge for position number 4 as Kendall Tucker falls back. Excuse me, Dylan Wilson fell back in the 80 machine. Tucker in 3rd still. Evan C. up to 4th. Kendall Tucker still holding on to 3rd. It's Weaver 2nd. Dylan Hauser 3rd. Good 3-car battle for the lead. Leonardi sitting back in position number 6 was in the top 5. Austin Simmelman, the 18 machine, looking for a way around. Leonardi in the 24. Alex Bergeron, once-year pole sitter. In 8th, and it's Chad Prescott. Blake Brown, now your top 10 drivers. Blake Brown working, trying to find a way around Blake Majulis in the 127 machine. That is the battle for the top 10. Top 15 drivers do get paid here in tonight's event. The man right now on the bubble of getting paid is at 999 of Dylan Fox, former VLR Spring Fling winner, took over a $3,000 paycheck. Back as part of the VLR Spring Fling, holding on to 15th place right now, challenging Joe Berkeley, who sits in position number 14. Back up front, Dylan Hauser still showing the way in car number 2. That's Howard Weaver, Kendall Tucker, Evan C., Dylan Wilson, all right there together. Pretty much single file right now, though. It's 23 laps down. Still 27 to go coming around. It'll be halfway next time, by. Not this time. Next time it'll be halfway by. 24 laps down now for Dylan Hauser. 0.3 of a second ahead of Howard Weaver in position number 2. Kendall Tucker. Evan C. Dylan Wilson, your top 5. Wilson will take it to the top shelf of the racetrack. Only driver looking to do so right now. All these drivers up against the wall on the inside. Especially going into turn number 3 and 4. Evan C. He'll try to get out of line to try to make a move, try to make something happen as they're halfway home. 25 laps down, 25 to go here at the VLR Birthday Bash. Weaver looking pretty content right now, running right behind Dylan Hauser, position number 2. As they come around to 26 laps down, 24 laps to go. Good top 5 driving right now. All these drivers right there together. Anything can happen. Leonardi still 6th. Second and a half back in position number 5. That's Austin Simmelman, Alex Bergeron, Prescott, Blake Brown, your top 10. Still back up front, it's Hauser. Howard Weaver waiting on Weaver to make that move. Weaver's known to use the bumper. Wouldn't blame him if he did right here for the race lead. Evan C. now up to position number 3. Going to try to find his way around Howard Weaver for second. Dylan Hauser started 5th, led the majority of this race after an early caution. Weaver started 7th up to 2nd. Evan C. started 4th, is able to maintain his top 5 up to position number 3. Wilson started 10th up to 4th. Kendall Tucker, outside pole sitters, worked his way back to the top 5 after falling out early on. Big mover right now, Austin Simmelman, 14th to 7th. And Joe Berkeley, starting position number 24, has worked his way up to 15th. Those are your 2 hard chargers right now at the moment. Meanwhile, back up front still, Dylan Hauser showing the way. Hauser took the lead early on after an early incident. Down the field, shuffle up. Weaver a half a second behind. Dylan Wilson, you still using the outside of the racetrack. He powers around Kendall Tucker for fourth. Wilson still content. He ties it back down to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4. They're a little bit higher groove than the rest of these drivers are running right now. We'll see if that'll come into play later on throughout the race. Good driving for these drivers right now. Only 2 cautions early on. The rest of it's been a pretty clean race thus far. Hauser showing the way. They're single file 1 through 5 right now, down at the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody pretty much content to stay in line. It's a long race here at USA. 50 laps is a very long time. 32 laps down, 18 laps remaining, coming around to maybe 17 laps remaining this time. Here comes Evan C. on the outside of Weaver for second. C going to try to cross him over on the inside for position number 2. Weaver closes the door on the bottom of the racetrack. Wilson with a full head of steam on the outside. C on the bottom of the racetrack, still looking for a way around the 07 of Howard Weaver. He looks like he has a faster car right now, a little bit faster on the last lap was Howard Weaver. A little bit of contact. Weaver falls out of the top 5. Oh my goodness. Contact between C and Weaver. And now Dylan Wilson up to position number 2 now. Dylan Hauser holding on to the race lead with Dylan Wilson in position number 2. Sights set on your race leader now. Wilson still using a very different line than what most of these drivers are running. Wilson dives it down to the bottom, then kind of diamonds it off to the top on the outside of the racetrack coming off the corner. The rest of these drivers pretty content holding the bottom of the racetrack. Track's really darkening up here at USA. 36 laps complete, 14 laps remaining, make that 13 when we come back to the line this time for Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine. Evan C., Kendall Tucker, Zach Leonardi, your top 5. Weaver out of the top 5 after running second pretty much throughout the race. Wilson still working the outside of the racetrack, trying to make something happen, find some grip up there. Hauser on cruise control right now. Half a second is the gap. Evan C. in third. Single file 1 through 6. Alex Bergeron's moved back up to 7th, but he's a good 2 seconds behind Howard Weaver, who sits in 6th. And Chad Prescott, Kevin Dedman, Blake Brown. Your top 10 drivers: Dylan Fox, Blake Majulis, J.D. Brown, Lewis Hewitt, Austin Simmelman. Holding on to position number 15. That's the last spot that does pay. And we have a caution out on the racetrack. And I do believe that is the 99 John Alatek with the caution. Take a look and see what happened to him. Looks like the 12 of Marcus Mays and Alatek make a little bit of contact, and then the 57 of Ryan Tiani with nowhere to go. And he collects the 9 of Joel Berkeley and the 42 of Cody Howard in the process as well. Heavy damage on that one machine of John Alatek. And his night pretty much is finished. It's 39 laps down, 11 laps remaining. Here at the VLR Birthday Bash. It's been all Dylan Hauser so far. Dylan Wilson up to position number 2. Wilson from 10th to 2nd. It's Evan C., Kendall Tucker, Zach Leonardi, your top 5. Howard Weaver ran second, right behind Hauser for a majority of this race, with a little bit of contact with teammate Evan C. Finds Weaver on the outside of the top 5, along with Alex Bergeron was your pole sitter here tonight. Chad Prescott, Kevin Dedman, Blake Brown round out the top 10. Dylan Fox, Blake Majulis, J.D. Brown, Lewis Hewitt, Marcus Mays, Ryan Tiatti, Baden Kelly, Joel Berkeley, Jason Salter, Cody Howard, Austin Semmelman. Those are your drivers all out there on the racetrack running on the lead lap. As we get set to re-rack them, restack them. Next time out of turn number 4, we'll turn them loose 39 laps down. And not going to go green next time out of turn number 4. Race control not ready just yet. I do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in live on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page for the VLR Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making. I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of that and being a part of VLR and watching the races and being a part of all these events. Been a great 15 years. Glad to say I've been around since 2008 with Team VLR. Been going strong ever since. Started in dirt track racing too. Done some of the biggest series over in DTR2, and then it wasn't until iRacing came out that we all moved over to the dirt side of iRacing. And the growth has been phenomenal over here on iRacing, able to hold some of the largest paying iRacing money races in the history of iRacing, including this past season. $12,000 purse, $3,000 to win, and the 12th annual in the VLR Spring Fling. Had some great partners along the way, great partners still. With Team VLR going strong. Nonetheless, lights are out. We should be getting set to go green. Not going to go green. KT King. Race control not ready to go just yet. Still sorting out the last caution, making sure that the correct penalties are issued out and the correct drivers are where they need to be. Dylan Hauser, he knows where he needs to be. He's led the majority of this race, trying to close it out at the VLR Birthday Bash. $150 to the winner. It looked pretty good here on a Tuesday night for Dylan Hauser. Dylan Wilson back in position number 2. Evan C., Kendall Tucker, Alex Bergeron. Zach Leonardi. Howard Weaver, your top 6 drivers. Alex Bergeron, Chad Prescott, Kevin Dedman, Blake Brown, your top 10. Should be getting ready to go green out of turn number 4 as they go down the back straightaway for the final time. It'll be 11 laps to go. Coming back to the green this time out of turn number 4. Pace truck in. And Hauser on the gas, and we are back underway for the VLR Birthday Bash. Dylan Hauser, good start right there on the restart. He'll lead him down the back straightaway. It's Dylan Wilson, Evan C., Kendall Tucker, all right there together as well. Wilson able to break away and hold on to position number 2. It'll be 10 laps to go at the line this time. 10 more times around the racetrack for Dylan Hauser in the Tube Machine. Evan C. holding on to position number 3. Now looking on the inside for second. A little bit of beating and banging. Back there we stay green at the moment. And now we have a caution out onto the racetrack. And we'll see who that's on. And I do believe that is Marcus Mays. Yes, it is. Him and Austin Semmelman may have gotten together right there a little bit. Back and take a look and see what happened. Marcus Mays comes up into the 127 a little bit and locks a couple of drivers in the process, including the 3 of Joel Berkeley, the 18 of Austin Semmelman. Nowhere to go. Nonetheless, we are 40 laps in the books of the VLR Birthday Bash. 10 laps remaining. Only our 4th caution of the evening, but the last 2 have come out back-to-back pretty much. Had a good long green flag run in there. Lots of great driving. Trying to get it wrapped up right now. Dylan Hauser, the man on the point right now. Along with the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson in position number 2. Evan C., Alex Bergeron, Howard Weaver is back into the top 5. Kevin Dedman, Dylan Fox, Chad Prescott, J.D. Brown. Chad Prescott, Blake Brown, J.D. Brown, your top 10. And set to re-rack them, restack them, get ready to go back. Get this main event concluded. Race fans, let us know out there who you're rooting for on Facebook. Dylan Hauser holding on to the race leads, led pretty much from the jump. Dylan Wilson, Evan C., Alex Bergeron, Howard Weaver. A lot of great drivers throughout the field. These are the best of the best on the iRacing circuit. A lot of these guys in the iRacing World of Outlaw Pro Late Model Series on Monday nights, as well as the iRacing World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series. And you see them on many other great iRacing dirt leagues throughout the week as well, running. Lewis Hewitt given an EOL penalty, as well as Alex Bergeron in the 12 machine given an end of the line penalty. Blake Majulis also given an end of the line penalty. End of the line penalty does mean you were the initiator of the contact for the cautions. A couple of drivers getting hit with that right here. Single file restart. We are back underway. Dylan Hauser on the gas. It's Dylan Hauser leading down into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson will dive it back to the top of the racetrack, try to get a run on the final 10 laps. Wilson trying to run down your race leader, Dylan Hauser. Evan C., Howard Weaver, your top 4 drivers. Kevin Dedman into the top 5. Don't count out that 999 machine of Dylan Fox, who snuck his way up to position number 6. There's single file, 9 laps to go. 9 more trips around the USA Raceway for the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Wilson, a former VLR winner, coming around to 8 laps to go this time, trying to run him down, as well as the 33 of Evan C. Single file around the racetrack. Oh, big contact. I do believe that's the 07 of Howard Weaver. Howard Weaver finds himself, I do believe, upside down on the racetrack. And we'll take a look and see what happened. May have been contact with the 22 of Kevin Dedman. And may have been more netcode than anything, as Howard Weaver not all the way upside down. A little bit of contact. Doesn't really look like too much contact between him and the 22 of Dedman, and then Dylan Fox nowhere to go. Just clobbers Howard Weaver in the 07 machine. Now you may hear what they call this netcode. This is where 2 drivers may possibly touch. But if you look at it on the screen or on my screen, it does not show that. It looks like they may come slightly close together, but not enough to make contact, and what these drivers call netcode or lag or whatever you want to call it. It does happen. That's part of the thing here at iRacing. Everybody has to deal with it, and right there, Howard Weaver, after having a great run on the night, not the way he wanted to wrap it up with 8 laps to go here at the USA Raceway, finds himself in position number 16. He'll have just a couple of laps left to try to make something happen as he takes it to the pit area. Nonetheless, it'll be 8 laps to go when we go back to green. Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson, Evan C., Kevin Dedman, Blake Brown, your top 5 drivers right now. There's Shad Prescott, Zach Leonardi, J.D. Brown, Kendall Tucker, Ryan Diatti now in the top 10. Jason Salter, Shane Kelly, Cody Howard, Marcus Mays, Joe Berkeley on the cut list. Top 15 drivers do make a little bit of money here. It's $150 to win. All the way down, I do believe, $20 for the 15th place position. Over $600 in cash given out for the main event here at part of the VLR Birthday Bash as they're racked in stack, getting ready to go down the back straightaway. I do believe for the final time, we get set to go back to green next time out of turn number 4. It'll be 42 laps complete. 8 laps to go for your leader, Dylan Hauser, in car number 2. Pace truck gets set to pull back into the pit area. Green flag is back out, and Dylan Hauser already back on the gas, and we are back underway. 8 laps complete. Wilson going to try to run him down one more time. Evan C. back there in position number 3. Dedman. Blake Brown now the top 5. Does anybody have anything for Dylan Hauser, who's been strong here all evening? In the main event, Evan C. in the 33 machine. He'll dive it down to the bottom of the racetrack for position number 2 over Dylan Wilson now. 7 more trips around USA for Dylan Hauser and car number 2. Evan C. pull alongside Dylan Wilson. Drag race down the back straightaway side by side now for second. C trying to clear Wilson and have his sights set on Hauser for the race lead. It's Dirty Grass Soul driver Kevin Dedman back there in position number 4 and car number 22. 6 trips around the racetrack for Dylan Hauser and car number 2 machine. That's all that's left for him. They're side by side, almost 3 wide for a moment for position number 2. Hauser's got to love what he's seeing if he runs a rearview mirror right now as he's trying to run away with it. Blake Brown still holding on to a top 5 back there in 5th. But back up front, good race for position number 2. Evan C., Dylan Wilson. A little bit of beating and banging right there down the front straightaway. Evan C. now up to 2nd, and here comes Kevin Dedman on the bottom as well. C. now finds himself in position number 2. We'll see if he'll have anything to run down Dylan Hauser. 4 more trips around the racetrack for Dylan Hauser in car number 2. Evan C. in the 33. Going to try to run him down. Kevin Dedman now alongside Dylan Wilson and for position number 3. Evan C. The distance is 0.6 of a second for car number 33. Coming around at 3 laps to go this time. Evan C. a little bit quicker that time. 23.19 to a 23.26 for Hauser. They'll go down the back straightaway. They'll go into turn number 3. It'll be 2 more times around the racetrack out of turn number 4. 2 sticks in the air this time for the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Half a second is the gap between him and Evan C. C still just a little bit faster on the last lap. 2 more times around the racetrack. Trying to run down Hauser in the closing laps. Kevin Dedman, Dylan Wilson. Blake Brown still your top 5, and we have a caution out on the racetrack. Caution on the speedway. May have been the 9 of Joel Berkeley. No, it was not. Looking for the caution. And there it is, the 42 of Cody Howard. All kinds of contact, turned around the wrong direction. A little bit slideways, gets a little bit of help from the 10 of Jason Salter nonetheless. 48 laps down, it'll be a green. And then the white flag. And then the checkered flag is what we'll see here. Evan C. had a faster race car on the last 2 laps than the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Kevin Dedman, Dylan Wilson, Blake Brown, your top 5 drivers. And the 33 of Evan C. run him down in the final closing laps. Dylan Hauser led pretty much from the jump after the early contact and caution. Kevin Dedman started in 15th up to 3rd. Dylan Wilson started 10th up to 4th. And Blake Brown started 16th up to 5th. Great drive, great individual drive by all those drivers. Jason Salter given the end of the line penalty right there for initiating the contact and brought out the caution. Nonetheless, we should be getting ready to go green. I do believe maybe this time at a turn number 4 as they're racked and stacked down the back straightaway. It's Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine. Evan C in the 33 lead them back. He's going to need to have a great restart. Hauser's been great on the restart so far. If Hauser will play a little cat and mouse with him. Trying to get a good restart. Pace truck in. Hauser on the gas. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Dylan Hauser with a great restart that time. Pulls out to a 3/10 of a second lead. Down the back straightaway. Hauser showing the way. Evan C., Kevin Dedman, Dylan Wilson, Blake Brown, your top 5. White flag will be in the air this time at a turn number 4 for the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Evan C. in position number 2, trying to run him down. Is going to have one more shot at him. Down the back straightaway we go. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Dylan Hauser showing the way. They're pretty much single file 1 through 5. He's going to try to throw it in there. Not enough momentum. And coming out of turn number 3 and 4 for the final time, it'll be Dylan Hauser in car number 2, taking home the VLR Birthday Bash. Evan C. 2nd, Kevin Dedman 3rd, Dylan Wilson 4th, and Blake Brown to round out the top 5. But nonetheless, Dylan Hauser, dominant effort right here at the USA Raceway. Very tough driver to get around. Evan C. with a great drive. Trying to run him down, just not enough laps, not enough right there to make a move on the 2 of Dylan Hauser. And we'll go ahead and get these drivers down here for a quick interview right quick. If any of them are in here. I do not believe I see any right now at the moment. Once again, great drive by Dylan Hauser. Great job by every one of these drivers. I want to thank each and every one of you, the race fans out there, for tuning in. It's part of being part of the 15th birthday here at the VLR Birthday Bash. 15 years in the making. For TeamVLR.com. Looking to get some of these drivers in for a quick interview right quick. It's been a blast calling these races up here in the booth. Head over to the new VLR Facebook page, hit the like button, follow button, as the original one was taken down by Facebook for unknown reasons. Hopefully we can get that one back up and going. A lot of great content we lost on that page. And nonetheless, we're doing all we can here. We still have the great support of the iRacing community. And we do have our race winner, Mr. Dylan Hauser. And we're going to go ahead and pull him up for the interview. All right, Dylan Hauser, the man to beat here tonight, takes home the win at the USA International Raceway. He is the VLR Birthday Bash feature winner. We have him up here in the booth. Dylan, man, you're pretty much dominant after that first caution, able to jump out to the lead and pretty much lead it from there.
Yeah, we got lucky. There was some contact up front, and I was able to just squeeze by on the bottom and just run consistent laps after that. I mean, I knew we had the speed. We had the fastest lap in warm-up. I just made sure I had a black flag so no one could see it. And we just rolled the bottom. I don't think I was good as Dylan Wilson or those guys on the top. They were rolling pretty good there around lap 40, and I was a little worried, and then we got the yellow, and then caution breed cautions. But we got it done, and that's all we could do, and I'm proud.
Definitely had those restarts figured out. Seemed like you were able to pull away and make a lot of ground on the restarts, and that's where you got it done here tonight.
Yeah, the restarts, my restarts were pretty good tonight. The guys behind me were trying to time them, and the guys behind me ran a flawless race also, so class to them. I ran second to this race last year, and this year we picked up the #1 spot, so that's good. And I don't know, man. I'm just happy, I guess.
Well, definitely congratulations on the win here tonight. Any shout-outs, thanks you want to give before we let you go, bud?
Yeah, Slick Sim Sport. My teammates, they're awesome. I couldn't do it without them. They're great. All of our sponsors at who we got here? Down Under Graphics, THY Designs. There's a bunch of them. Hangover Record Service. He helped me a bunch this year. There's a bunch of people. My buddies, D12, all those guys. All of our sprint car guys, they're running the Sprint Car Nami Pro Series. Good luck to them coming up in a few weeks. And I don't know, just thanks VLR. Thank you for broadcasting the race, and it was a lot of fun. And I can't wait for the next one.
Well, Dylan, congratulations on the big win here tonight, and best of luck to you in the future, bud. Can't wait to see you back.
Thank you. Thanks for broadcasting everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dylan Hauser, your VLR Birthday Bash feature winner. We'll let him be on his way, and we'll pull down our next interviewer here. We'll go ahead and pull up our second place finisher here this evening, Mr. Evan C. in car number 33. Evan, you pretty much you were able to get up to position number 2. It seemed like you may have had something for him before that last caution came out, but Tough Break still came home with a good second place finish.
Yeah, I needed about an extra lap there. I feel like I was the fastest car on the track, got the end there, and just needed that extra lap to get to him.
A lot of great battles with you and Dylan Wilson, Kevin Dedman as well. Talk us through about working your way to get up through the field. You pretty much started 4th, had to work your way back and forth throughout the field, throughout the night. Pretty wild out there.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty chaotic in the beginning with, a lot of fast guys in the top 10, so you had to take every chance you got to pass someone and go. I figured out my car is pretty fast there, about lap 10, so I knew I needed to move up and, work my way to the front pretty fast to get the Hauser.
Well, definitely a very productive night here. Made a little bit of money along the way. Who do you want to thank for tonight's run, bud?
Yeah, so all the guys at Team VLR and everyone that put on this show, and Full Throttle Performance, Kevin Dedman at Dirty Grass Soul, Pepperine Screen Printing, and Jim Emery at Super Moon Paints for the awesome graphics.
Evan, congratulations on your strong run here tonight, bud, and best of luck to you in the future, and can't wait to see you back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Evan C., car number 33, your second place finisher here tonight, part of the VLR Birthday Bash. We'll let him go along his way, and we'll pull up our third place finisher here tonight. Mr. Kevin Dedman started in position number 15. Able to sneak up through the field, especially late in the race. You were able to manage a good third place finish here tonight after all the chaos, and you got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, man, I do. I was kind of bummed out because I thought I could contend for the win tonight. And then, I was in that first wreck and I think came from 24th back up to 3rd. So the car was on a roll. I wish we had a few more laps almost, and I think I had a little bit of damage there, but that was a good win for Hauser, and glad Evan pulled in the second. And I hate that for Weaver, man. We net coded there and hated to take him out. I was wanting to pass him clean if I got 3rd, but it happens, I guess.
Definitely looked like a tough break for you and Howard Weaver. Just some bugs iRacing just needs to figure out or something. But nonetheless, a strong performance for you here tonight. Any shout-outs, thanks you want to give before we let you go, bud?
Yeah, a special thanks to iRacing iFlag and Jeff Brown and those guys over there. Shout out to VLR too, Team VLR, and Evan, and he helped me get set up rolling. And Leo Pena helped spot for me, and Blake Brown. We were kind of racing around each other the whole race. My band Dirty Grass Soul, check us out on all the social media platforms and music streaming platforms. Slide Job Ranch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Racing, Full Throttle Performance, CNC Custom Racing Designs, Jamison Colbridge and the guys over there. And should be about it, man.
All right, Kevin. Well, congratulations on a great run here tonight, and can't wait to see you back in the future, bud, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kevin Dedman, your third place finisher here tonight, Dirty Grass Soul driver, part of the Team VLR group. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Team VLR, my name is Tommy Rowe up here in the booth. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here to tonight's broadcast and liking and sharing the broadcast and our brand new Facebook page. As Facebook decided that they wanted to take down our old one, we'll put up a new one and continue on. It's been 15 years so far, And we look forward to the next 15 years at Team VLR and can't wait to see what comes in the future. But until next time, my name is Tommy Rowe.